Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth with t0inky TV, and I'm here to give you my kind of recommendations for getting you guys ready for Halloween. K-dramas that are kind of spooky or eerie or kind of will bring on the Halloween-y vibe. So here are my top picks. The first one is Goo Family Book, and all of you guys will probably remember it. It was just a couple years back, and Seung-gi was the baby Gumiho, and he was just so good in this role. He was partnered with Suzy Bae from Miss A, and they had really great chemistry, and so it's kind of like a two-parter. Like historically, there was a family that Seung-gi is kind of descended from. The family was kind of brought to shame and everything was taken away from him. The mother fell in love with a Gumiho, which was Hyo-jin's character. And he played such, I think that's why he blew up in the K-drama world, because of Goo Family Book. He was just so masculine and sexy as the kind of like tortured, unassuming Gumiho. And then Seung-gi and Suzy Bae, they are the second generation, and they're trying to get justice for the family as well. It's a little bit creepy. There's like, for you who don't know Gumiho, it's kind of like a Korean folktale. Like Gumihos eat human livers. They're kind of like werewolves. I would say that's an equivalent to a werewolf in US genre, or maybe somewhat vampirish because they do live for a very long time, and they all are kind of spooky and eerie. I was able to watch this one. This wasn't so creepy that it would freak me out, because it was more like Seung-gi and Hyo-jin's character kind of having superhero powers rather than super scary, creepy powers. So the second one that I recommend is Master's Son, and it's with Seung-gi Sub, who is the amazing rapper, model, actor, and he's been around forever, and I feel like he's a strong actor. He's just very sexy. A lot of my girlfriends find him to be very manly, very like unwafy K-pop kind of look. He's just very solid as an actor. I really like his style. And then he was partnered up with Hyo-jin, and Hyo-jin is like somebody who sees dead people. It's like Sixth Sense, the Bruce Willis movie from decades ago. It's also like the Ghost Whisperer. So Seung-gi Sub had something very traumatic happen to him in his young, very rich, privileged life where he was kidnapped, and so he's trying to get resolution from it. Hyo-jin is partnered with him because she can see dead people, and she's kind of like clinging onto him because whatever she clings onto him, she doesn't see dead people. So they're kind of going through each episode trying to solve Seung-gi Sub's mystery, and also kind of solving mysteries and helping ghosts go to their afterlife. So this one is definitely not as lighthearted as some of it. I mean, there's some really cute romantic comedy to it, but then, and like the ghosts, and they're kind of like characters of ghosts. They're not like The Ring. It's not terrifying, but it was scary enough for me. So I feel like if you're super squeamish, this is kind of maybe more for you than some of the really dramatic, scary ones. I think it's funny enough that it's not going to scare you too bad, but it is a Halloween kind of K-drama episode, so I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. On the topic of Gumiho and Seung-gi, this time it's My Girlfriend is a Gumiho, or My Girlfriend is a Nine-Tailed Fox. And again, it's about a girl this time who is Shinmina. She partners up with Seung-gi's character, who's just an ordinary man. They have this very cute romantic dynamic, except she's a Gumiho, he's a human. He's scared of her because every once in a while she gets really hungry, and you know, there might be that whole I want to eat your liver thing. But some of the premise of the story is that she wants to be human. She gives him this crystal so that he could have some really cool superhuman powers, but little known to them, No Minu's character, he's kind of tricking them in the background. He's supposed to catch the Gumiho and send her back into the painting, but then he wants her to become a human because he actually fell in love with somebody very similar to her hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So it's kind of a cool dynamic. It's definitely not scary. It's super cute, romantic, fun, and there's kind of like that triangle romance intrigue there. But it's still cute. It's still Halloween-y. All right, so Diary of the Night Watchman. Okay, so this one actually is pretty scary, and I find it to be definitely creepier than any of the ones that I mentioned before. It's about a would-be king, the crown prince, whose family is kind of taken away from him because of all this sorcery, dark magic that happened when the crown prince was a young child, and that would be Jung Il-woo's character. So Jung Il-woo, as he grows up, he is kind of like this displaced prince. His illegitimate brother, half-brother, actually took the throne because the queen mother is doing some stuff in the background. So, but the thing is, Jung Il-woo's character can see ghosts, and so he partners up with a shaman, and it's a new girl. I haven't seen her much, but she's actually a pretty strong actress. I really like her. And then the cast rounding it out is Yoon-ho from DBSK, and so he's the martial artist, he's the swordsman, he's trying to protect the kind of like the not-so-good emperor. He's partnering with the prince, who's Jung Il-woo's character. So it's definitely very dramatic, it's very historical because it's part of the emperors back in the Joseon era, back when sorcery was kind of like maybe in with the people because, you know, that's what happened back in the days. So I really liked it. It's super creepy. There are times where I just have to like fast forward through things because I'm kind of like weirded out and scared, and I watch it, you know, at night by myself. So I'm like, oh, fast forward. It's too scary. So I highly recommend Diary of the Night Watchman because it is a really good storyline too. And honorable mention to round up the top 5. Actually, it would be 5 and 6. It's Vampire Prosecutor. And if you like vampires, if you like Korean dramas, if you like legal lawyer type K-dramas, I definitely would recommend Vampire Prosecutor just because it is a vampire who's like investigating things, doing things, but the reason why he's able to get the bad guy is because of his vampiric powers. So I do like it. I didn't watch number 2, but Vampire Prosecutor number 1, it got such good ratings that they did make a second sequel one. So I definitely recommend it, and let me know what your thoughts are. What do you guys recommend for Halloween, K-drama things, and I will talk to you soon. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. Bye!